Hello, students. Today, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the intervals as a subset of real numbers R. You know what is interval, right? So, first, definition is open interval. Let AB belongs to R and A is less than B. Then the set of real numbers x where a less than x less than b is called an open interval and is denoted by open interval in small brackets a comma b. All the points between a and b belongs to the open interval ab, but not a and b themselves do not belongs to this interval. See, open interval. What is open interval? On real numbers line, open interval is indicated like this. This is suppose real line R, real number line R. Suppose here is A and here is B. An open interval is the interval in which A and B, this point A and B are not included in open interval. These points A and B, that means end points are not included, but all other points except A and B all are. These all points are included. These all points are included in open interval AB. Means boundary value end points are not included in open interval. Suppose I am writing open interval 3, 5. Right? So in 3, 5, a point 3 does not belongs to open interval 3, 5, but 3.5 belongs to open interval 3, 5. Either 3.0000001 is also included in 3.5, but these end points are not included in open interval, right? Means open interval is the set of all points except end points, right? So open interval is the set of all points between A and B except A and B. If these both points are also included, between the all points of A and B, then it's said to be a closed interval. That is our second definition, closed interval. So AB belongs to R, A less than B, and then the set of all real numbers x. A is less or equal to means you have to take x here and you can't take A in this set, right, as well as B, because this is only less than, and here is less or equal to means you have to include A and B. So if n points are included, then it's said to be a closed interval and is denoted by closed interval AB. You have to read this as a closed interval AB and this as a open interval AB. Means set of all points between A and B, including A and B. So if we draw a number line for closed interval, then on number line the representation of closed interval AB is like this. This is A and this is B. Right? This is A, this is B. Then this point A is also included. So this is included and all points between A and B, that is these points, and this is also included. So I am writing here like this. I am making big including slash dot. So this is called a closed interval. Right? Now suppose if this is included and this is not included, then this becomes closed and not included, then it becomes a open. So it is called a closed open interval. And for a representation of this interval on number line is like this. Suppose this is a real number line n, r, then this is a and this is b. And open close interval means we have to exclude this, not including a, but we have to include b. And here we have to include a, but not b, right? So representation of this set also on number line is like this. This is a, this is b, right? So here a not included, so a is not included, so I am writing here like this. A is not included and b is included because close. So this is open close interval, so b is included and all the sets of points between a and b. So this is the representation of open close interval. And close open interval means this. This is a is included, close means included. So a is included and this is not included. So this is the representation on real number line, right? So remember, open interval means endpoints not included. Close means endpoint and set of points between the 2 points A and B. It's called a closed interval, right? Now we know the sets R. R means all real numbers. So all real numbers means this line, that is up here this side minus infinite and this side plus infinite. So it's called a R. So R number set number R is also represented by interval minus infinite to plus infinite. So that means all numbers, positive numbers, negative numbers, rational number, irrational number, all numbers are included in this. Is called a real number, right? That is minus infinite to infinite set of real numbers. If we want to denote the set of non-negative real numbers, non-negative real numbers means all positive numbers including 0. If you want to including 0, then you have to write closed interval 0 and open interval infinite. Also remember one thing, set in interval notation infinite is always containing by open interval, not closed interval, because we don't know is included which number is there. So while you have to represent infinite, then you have to make put a small bracket, that is open interval. Use open interval for infinite set. Now set of negative numbers means up to 0 to negative side minus up to infinite. So infinite is open interval, and also 0 is not including in negative numbers because we included in non-negative numbers, that is positive real numbers, right? So these are the representation of set and is very useful to for your further study, right? So take a screenshot of this and note down your book. Okay, so now we have questions, two questions, question 6 and question 7. We learn interval, closed interval, right? Suppose this is given closed interval a comma b, means all points including a and b are included in this set, and if it is an open interval, then except a and b, all points between a and b are included in this open set, right, as we discussed. Now the length of this interval, either closed interval open interval or closed interval open interval or open interval closed interval. So length of these all intervals, any close, either open, either close open, either open close, right, or has a length of interval is b minus a, is b minus a. is the length of set these intervals, because in definition we take A is always less than B. That means this is less than this. So this is small number, this is greatest number. So greatest minus small number, you can take the length of that interval, right? So length of interval is always B minus A for any type of interval, right? So remember this thing, length of interval is B minus A. Now we have to express the set as interval. So this set is given minus 4 is less than x, means 4 minus is not included in this set of intervals, right? Is less or equal to 6. So answer will be this is equal to, this is open interval, so this is open interval minus 4, and 6 is equal to less or equal to means it's a closed interval, so 4 comma 6. So this is your answer. Now second question, x belongs to R, minus 12 less than x less than minus 10, means this minus 12 and minus 10 are not included in interval, so answer will be open interval minus 12 minus 10, right? So remember one thing, if it is only inequality, then you have to put small brackets, and mixed inequality means less or equal to, then you have to put closed interval, that is square brackets, okay? So now here 0 is less or equal to means 0 is included, so closed interval means square bracket 0, and 7 is not included, so small brackets. Now both 3 and 4 are included, so we can express this as 3 comma 4. And do remember one thing, that in this set builder form you have to express all x belongs to R. That is important, right? So if you write here x belongs to N, then this is not an interval, it becomes a 2 digits only, right? So now it is important to put this type of conditions for representing intervals, right? So interval is only defined for this x belongs to R, right? Now write the following intervals in set builder form. So now this is set builder, we write in interval form. Now interval is given, we have to write in set builder form. So first this is common for all. So this is x such that x belongs to R. Now minus 3, 0 open interval means minus 3 is not included in this set, as well as 0 also not included in set. So what we have to write? Minus 3 not included, that is less than x, because we take x here. If we take here y, then y belongs to R, here we have to put y. If we take theta, then theta belongs to R, here theta, right? Like this. So this is 0. So this is your interval in set builder form. This is given set builder, and we write answer in interval. Now interval given, we have to write this, so we have to make it converse. Now 6, 12, that means this is both closed interval, both 6 and 12 included, means x belongs to R. 6 less or equal to x is less or equal to 12. This is your answer. Then open interval 6, closed interval 12, that is this is x, where x belongs to R. 6 not included, so 6 less than x, but 12 is included, so less or equal to 12. This is your answer. And then this, so x minus 23 is included, so x belongs to R. Minus 23 included, so less or equal to x, and 5 is excluded, so less than 5. So these are the representation in set builder form. Okay. Now we have to learn one new definition of power set, right? Now power set. Before that, we have to learn proper subsets. We learn if A is a subset of B, we learn that if A is a subset of B, then A is a proper subset of B, and B is a superset of A. A is a proper subset of B and B is a superset of A that we learned. Now proper subsets. A set A has suppose I am bringing A is equal to 1, 2. Then subsets of A are set itself A. Then phi is a subset of all sets. Then single element in curly bracket, right? So these are the subsets of A. So a set has a subsets except A and phi, that is that set and empty set, except A and phi are called, these are your proper subsets, and this A and phi is called improper subsets. Is called improper subsets. Right? So subset except A and phi are called proper subsets, and A and phi is called, for set A, we are talking about set A. So subset except A and phi are called proper subsets of that set A, and A and phi is called improper subsets, right? So here proper subsets are 2. Suppose we have A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Then you know proper subset, total number of subsets are 8. So subsets are A, phi, 1, 2, 3, right? Single set. Then sets elements are in pair, that is 1, 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3, right? So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subsets are there. So all subsets except this A and phi, these all 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3 are called proper subsets. So number of proper subsets are here 6. Here proper subsets are 2, right? So what we have to do? We have to subtract A and phi, that is 2 subsets from total number of subsets. Now for total number of subsets, you have formula 2 raised to n. Total number of subsets is equal to 2 raised to n, where n is the number of elements in set, right? So here for this n is 2, so 2 raised to n is 2 square. Minus we have to subtract 2, so for all we have to subtract 2. So this is the formula for number of proper subsets. Why n is greater or equal to 1, right? For n is greater or equal to 1, because if n is equal to 1, that is A is equal to 1, then subsets are 2 only, that is A and phi. So if we subtract 2, then 2 minus 2 is 0. So that's why we put here for n greater or equal to 1, and here we write if exists. So now clear. So definition of proper subset is all subset of set A except A and phi, except A and phi, except A and phi, that is that set A and empty set or null set are called proper subsets, and A, that is that set, and null set are called improper subsets. So each set has 2 improper subsets for n greater or equal to 1, right? And for empty set there is only one proper subset, that phi itself, right? So remember this thing. So this is the formula we derived. Now set of this, suppose set A has this subset, then set of this all collections subsets is called your power set. This collection of all subsets, is called power set and is denoted by power set of A, right? So what you have to do for writing power sets, you have to write all subsets and put it in collection of all subsets set. So put it in set bracket, so it's called a power set, right? So for A is equal to this, these are the power set, these all sets are power set of A, right? So number of power sets, elements in number of power set is similarly 2 raised to n only, that is the number of subsets. Total number of subsets is equal to number of power set of A, right? So see here definition. Now it's clear. Power set, the collection of all subset of A, of a set A, is called collection of all subsets. So these are the collection of all subsets, and all collection is said to be a set, right? So well defined subset collection is called a set. So we have to put in set brackets. So collection of all subsets is called a power set, right? Means you have to write all subsets in a curly bracket is called a power set, right? And is denoted by power set of A, right? So if set has n elements, then number of power set is equal to 2 raised to n. Number of power set of 2 raised to n. Either if you want to write in mathematical form, if number of A is equal to n, then number of power set of A is equal to 2 raised to n. Number of power set of A. If you are confused with this n, then you can put here m. Then number of power set is 2 raised to n, right? So this is your definition for number of power set of A, and this is very important formula for MCQ or VSQ, right? Very short question. Okay, so remember this thing.